Hey guys, welcome to the end of the day 9 of what I am working on, which is a 90-day carnivore, I guess, challenge. Um, but it's not exactly the BBBE challenge from Dr. Ken Berry. I have allowed for like cheese and cream, like heavy whipping cream. So again, it's almost that, but the whole point is that it's carnivore. I'm not using any spices except for salt, and again, with just the exceptions of a few cheeses and heavy whipping cream. Really, I've cut it all. Of course, you guys know I've been documenting every day. So today, I decided to try something a little different. So it's going to be hard to give you guys exact quantities. I actually came with pictures this time and a short video. I think last night I went to work. I don't think I had nothing but water. I don't think I even had any coffee. And I worked. I got home like 2:30 a.m. and I went to bed. I didn't get any snacks. Woke up this morning. I actually woke up feeling a little hungry. Um, Again, I don't know why. I don't know if it was mental or again, I really think there's a lot of mental stuff going on with that. I don't think it's necessarily um, that I was not full or something. You know what I mean? Because shortly, later, I was full the rest of the day. On the store when I was picking up a few things to make dinner, I did get a beef stick. I will admit that because then I started getting hungry. This was like, what 6 ish, 6:30 p.m. Ended up coming home. Got off work at 7. And I started making dinner. And tonight, I made myself a carnivore pizza. Yeah, full carnivore. I know it's crazy, but let me show you the videos and the like right here. You can see there's the pizza. Man, still bubbling. And of course, I'll let you see. Here's a few of the just a few of the images. And Ozark, guess what? Ozark, you said, hey, look up the recipe for butter mayo. So I did, and I made some homemade, and here you go. Check out that. Yeah. See, I went ahead and made my own butter mayo. Now, this is the carnivore. I didn't add like in some of the recipes, and supposedly the originator of the thing, they had used other things in there. Also, there is the carnivore version. So mine is just butter and mayo, or butter and mayo. Mine is just egg and butter. So and I used salted butter instead of unsalted butter. But like I saw like some recipes where they were using unsalted butter, but then they would add salt. So I just used salted butter and didn't add salt. So I'm gonna see how that works. And But I put it in the fridge. I put it obviously in the mason jar, and I'm gonna put it in the fridge. It might be a ball jar. I'm sorry if I messed up the company. Maybe one of my ball jars. But anyways, I put it in the fridge. So I will try it tomorrow for sure. So Ozark, I did listen to what you said. I am listening to you guys in the comments, and I'm trying to incorporate things or advice, or again, if I'm helping you guys out. As far as the carnivore pizza goes, I'm not going to get too much into it a lot. If some of you are curious about how I made it, really quick, I'm just going to describe it because this is basically for the crust. All I did is I took a bowl and I shredded in one of those 8-ounce packages of white cheddar. So I shredded that into a bowl, and then I took 3 eggs and then I mixed it all up into this gooey, pasty, shredded cheese mixture. And then I took, as you can see as you saw in the video, there was like a parchment paper on top of like a pizza pan. and I just poured the mixture on there, and then I thinned it out with like a metal spoon. I just like the you know, like the round part of the spoon, and I just kind of, you know, kept working it. I worked it out to be pretty thin, but yet I made sure that if there was any really thin spots, that they had to have a little bit of that egg texture in there. Like I said, so once you get it pretty thin and pretty good size, I stuck it in the oven at 350 for 15 minutes. So I par baked it. When it came out, I slid it. I slid the whole thing off onto my island, let it cool down, and then later put another piece of parchment paper on top and put the pizza pan on there, and then put my hand under and flipped it over and used the other side to, you know, and this helps it to crisp it up a little bit when you bake it the second time. But then for instead of tomato sauce, I just made a quick little batch of Alfredo sauce. Alfredo is carnivore. It's butter, cream, and Parmesan. So I just did a small batch. I want to say like a third stick of a butter, melted it, and I think it was a cup of cream, and then maybe a couple cups of Parmesan. I mean, it came out to be I had extra, so you probably could reduce that even more. This was my first time just kind of guesstimating. But then I poured some of the sauce onto the crust, spread it around like a pizza sauce, and I had already ground up my meat. So I ground up some meat, browned it up earlier, just salt, browned it up, and then I had it sitting off the side, kind of cooling down. And then I took out 2 pieces of bacon. So that's right. I should have told you that first. Sorry, it's not a cooking show. So, but yeah, start with your meat, ground your meat, set it aside, like drain it, and then set it aside. You can let it cool a little bit while you're doing the crust. But anyways, so then I sprinkled the ground meat, and then I took 2 pieces of bacon and just broke them up and decorated it around just like pepperoni or something. And then I took some remaining. I had, still quite a bit of sauce, and I just was taking like a big spoon, and then I would like drizzle the remaining Alfredo sauce over the top, and I did that, and then I put it in the oven at 425 for like, I want to say it was 12-ish minutes. Like, you want to do a timer for at least 10 minutes minimum. And then you can kind of start checking on it and see like when it's brown enough. Like, I wanted the edges, as you saw in the video, to be a nice crispy golden brown. I wanted the top to just have, and it did. It came out really, really good. And of course, you want to let it cool down a little bit, cut it, let it cool down even more. But you don't want to eat it too cold. Can you pick it up like pizza? Yes and no. In the very beginning, probably not. You're going to just put a couple pieces. You're going to, get a pie server or something, put them on your plate, maybe use a fork. But when you get toward the crispier edges, you can kind of pick it up. And then when you get toward the back part of the pizza, now you can eat this whole pizza. The whole pizza is within, I ate 6 slices. 2 of them I gave to my son. I just couldn't eat anymore. Now, the funny thing is you guys know what I've been eating. The 2 slices of bacon I've been eating kind of regularly, sometimes 2 to 4 pieces. But I had 2 pieces. And then the meat, I actually had quite a bit left over of my normal portion. So I just put that in a Tupperware container for another day. And the eggs, I actually am 1 short because the crust is made from 3 eggs, not 4. So it was actually 1 less egg. Now, there was more cheese today. So if cheese bothers you, again, if you're doing like a strict 90-day thing, don't do this. But if you're trying to stay just within a decent carnivore lane, like a fairly strict carnivore lane, but you can have cream and cheese, do that. So I had like 6 ounces of cheese, and of course the stuff for the Alfredo. So some of the Parmesan. It's kind of hard to quantify every little bit of exactly what all I ate, because I didn't eat a couple slices. There was some sauce left over in the pan that I didn't use the whole thing of the thing. So it's hard to quantify exactly the amounts. But I was full. I got done. I'm full, and I'm not bloated. The food, that pizza, didn't make me bloated. Normally when I get done with pizza, I'm like, oh God, oh Jesus, I ate like freaking almost a whole pizza because my fat ass ate a whole pizza almost. Normally, like that had been back in the day, right? Now we're trying to get better. We're trying to, do the carnivore thing. So now, I ate almost the whole thing, and it filled me up. I'm full and I'm good. And then I've just got my unsweet tea that I've been drinking, like kind of like an after dinner treat. A little splash of cream in here. I don't know why I've been enjoying that here lately. Again, I won't do that every night. It's just been something I've been doing here lately. Um, but beyond that, as far as health wise, again, felt pretty good today. I had to go up and down some stairs at work and do some different things. I didn't quite get as winded, but I still have weight. I have weight on me. I'm still gonna have my aches and pains. My body is still trying to rebel against me. Again, that's something you have to keep in mind, is your body's gonna rebel and like fight you. Um, but if you guys ever have any other tips that's kind of within my wheelhouse that I can do, because again, I got to be careful of, I don't want to get into like too many spices. I am looking at a carnivore flatbread that I may try, and I may convert that into um like like a burrito type thing. So I may have like a meat cheese burrito. I'm thinking about doing something like that. Um and because there's a little bit of controversy on variety of food. Like some people are just like, hey, suck it up. I think even Dr. Ken Berry was talking recently about, hey, grow up, just eat your meat and stuff, be happy. But I don't know. I mean, that may work for some people. I just have to say that, and maybe some of you can relate out there. I'm very addicted to food. I'm like naughty food. I'm very addicted to the bad stuff. I mean, I didn't realize how bad my food addiction truly is. And like I said, those last few years, I've really gained this passion for cooking and really trying to elevate. I mean, I'm like I said, I mean, I was, looking and following some of these chefs and emulating them, but not just cooking their recipes, but learning like what makes these foods good, taste so good, and layering and all that stuff. So yeah, so now as you can see with this carnivore pizza, I'm trying to take some of the things that are out there on the internet. Like, I'm not going to say everything was an original idea, but I'm trying to take some of the things from the internet, and I'm maybe changing some ingredients, trying to make it something that I might like, and make it what I need to right now, like with the ingredients I need. So like I said, in this case, I made my own little carnivore pizza. I think the crust that I modeled this after the original YouTube video. I think it was like a keto zero carb type pizza. But I can't do the tomato sauce. But when I do make it for my family, like where I actually make the like a pretty clean tomato sauce and do the zero carb, they love it and it comes out great. But anyways, guys, I think that's about all I had today. Like I said, I wanted to kind of keep this fairly short. I just wanted to talk about the carnivore pizza in case you guys were wondering how I made it. But there you go. So I know it's not exactly structured like a recipe, but if you can go through my video a little bit or write it down if you want, or if you want to message me and say, hey, is there any way you can kind of give me some like a recipe kind of directions, I'll be more than happy to do that for you. Other than that, I think I've been feeling good. I think sleep wise has been okay. It's been getting better. Potty wise, again, a little bit of back and forth. So I think once everything stabilizes again, I'm okay though. It's nothing crazy. Let's just put it that way. Nothing major to report. Was there anything else? It seemed like there was something else I wanted to tell you guys. Oh, did it? If anybody else, like I think I'd ask you guys maybe, and if not, does anybody else sneeze more around pepper? I think I asked that last night, but like I said, I've been getting around like seasonings again, and it's just hitting me harder now that I haven't been eating them every day. So that's just something I noticed. What else? Was there something else I noticed? Well, we may talk about. There's one more thing that I can think of, but it's not noteworthy yet. Let's let's find out tomorrow. I'll maybe talk about it tomorrow. But anyways, until tomorrow, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks guys so much.